Yeah, and remember, we have done this before. Alright, are we ready? Oh my gosh, Curtis. That was nice of you. It does not take that long. It is 8 words.
What?
Alright, so now I want you to open the tab. This is what is factor. So I want you to take like 10 seconds and to think. I know I'm asking a lot of you to first say back. But what is factoring?
I don't know.
Okay, factoring is math. How many times a number goes into another number? Okay, how many times a number goes into Alright, what else is it? What are we doing when we factor?
Division.
Dividing, okay, fantastic. Oh, I need to give you all your point strips.
2 plus 2. That's 3 because it's 0 right now. All 3.
Do we know anything else about factoring? Please write your names, the date, and your house number on your strips. For the love of all things holy, write the house number. For the house table. The house name. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, so remember, we're going from a polynomial backwards to when we're multiplying. So we're going from a polynomial that's 2, 3, or 4 terms, and we're going backwards to where it has parentheses, right? So could we write that we're going backwards?
Yes.
Okay, let's write going backwards to parentheses. If you don't know how to spell parentheses, that's how you spell it. Parentheses. Parentheses. Alright, and if you, well, let's just pause. Well, let's go from this point. Are we ready?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Heard it.
I'm almost there. I'm finished. Wait.
Then why do you even respond if you're like almost done?
But it was like too small. So I have to go back and write it.
What?
Okay.
I can't hear it.
That's what she's saying. You look like a Mario Kart mushroom.
Almost. Okay.
Okay. Alright, open the greatest common factor. Alright, so today we're reviewing this. We're reviewing the greatest common factor, and we've done that before, but you guys struggle for some strange reason on this first part. So what is the greatest common factor? The biggest number that goes into 2 or more numbers, right? So biggest number that, let's write divides into. Divides evenly. Divides evenly into 2 or more numbers. And that's what we do first. But what if they have variables in common? What do you have to look at on the variables? What about the exponent?
Yeah, same or not.
Smallest exponent, take a point. If you've answered something so far, you get a point, just to let you know. Alright. For common variables, which means they have to be alike, take the smallest exponent. And remember, whatever number of terms you start with, you end with. And that's very important. Whatever number of terms you start with, you end with. And that's only true for GCF. So if I start with 5, how many terms should I end with?
5.
If I start with 3, how many terms should I end with? If I start with 2, how many should I end with?
2.
Hallelujah, we learned something.
Hey.
I do. Yes. Everybody relax, because you know it's going to take Curtis 10 minutes to write that down.
No.
Oh. Curtis, are you ready?
No.
There is a ruler.
I could stay in my room now.
Which one are you on, Curtis?
The first one?
You are lying to me.
No.
Then you need to hand that to somebody else and let them write that for you.
No.
Why are you writing so slow, bro?
Nothing is so cool.
That's not me. Why don't you just write it right the first time?
Oh, I haven't been writing. Like,
I wrote it down.
you know how you wrote yours on that like yellow? You're still inside
Uh-huh. Of course you did.
Oh, I'm done.
Write the other stuff at the top.
Okay,
This should
I'm
be,
done
wait,
now.
stop, what are you doing? Oh. Okay. No. That's okay,
I know you wanted
Pumpkin.
us to write it.
Yep, that's why I did it a certain way. And I even moved it down and showed you. Oh. Alright, so the first one that we're going to look at together says 16t minus 40y. Alright, how many terms are we starting with? So how many terms are we going to end with? Oh my gosh. Alright, now, do they have any variables in common?
No.
Are t and y the same?
No.
No, so we don't worry about variables. Now, what is the biggest number that goes into both 16 and 40? 8. Alright, everybody factor out an 8. Now, factoring is division. That's what we just said a minute ago. So what is 16t divided by 8? 2t. Minus, what's 40y divided by 8? 5y. Look at us go. Does everybody understand what we've done so far? Are we sure? Because that's the biggest number that goes into both 16 and 40. Are we ready for B?
No.
God, help me. Sweet baby Jesus.
I just stop answering.
Okay.
We know you know it.
Done.
I feel like he's lying to us.
No, I just did.
Alright, B. 5z squared plus 10z. And for the love of all things holy, please to put a line through your z's. Do it.
We can't read your
I'll do it now, but I'll forget later.
Yeah, no one can read your handwriting, so it's okay. You can't even read your own handwriting. You cannot. When I let you grade your own paper, you gave your stuff right for stuff you got wrong because you couldn't read it.
I swear to God.
I swear to God, I went back and graded it. right,
Because
now.
you let those girls grade it at the first part, and then you let me.
Oh my gosh. All right, so remember, the biggest number that divides evenly into two or more numbers. So what's the biggest number that goes into 5 and 10?
5.
5. All right, then for common variables, take the smallest exponent. So, do we have variables in common?
1. No.
They both have, for the love, they both have z's, guys. They both have z's. Take the smallest one. What's smaller, 2 or 1?
1.
Then we do our parentheses. Now, we started with 2 terms. How many are we going to end with?
2.
Okay. Now, what's 5 divided by 5?
1.
Do we have to write a 1?
No.
All right, we have 2 z's and we take out 1. How many's left?
1.
Look at us go. Plus, what's 10z divided by 5z? 2. And no z. Why is there no z?
Because it cancels out.
Hallelujah. Okay.
Okay.
Are we ready for the next one? Let's go crazy. Alright, 4 a squared b squared plus 2 a squared b minus 10 ab squared.
First of all, I don't think that's 4.
I never said anything was going to be 4.
You said 4.
That's just first of all. What's next?
I said 4 a squared b
You
squared.
said 4 when you were writing C and then you wrote drop.
Okay, guys, okay, we don't have to. Of course she said 4 after she said C.
No, while she was writing C.
Alright, what's the biggest number that goes into 4, 2, and 10?
2.
Woo! Look at us go.
Oh.
Now, do all 3 terms have an a in common?
Yes.
Yes, so that means we're going to divide out an a. What is the smallest a?
1.
Alright, everybody bring out 1a. Do all 3 terms have a b in common? Alright, what's the smallest one?
1.
So everybody bring out a b. Now, we start with 3 terms. How many terms are we going to end with? 3. And we're going to divide each term by our GCF. This is our GCF. 2AB is our GCF. Is everybody with me? Now we're going to divide each term by our GCF. What is 4 divided by 2?
2.
Alright, what's a squared divided by a? What's b squared divided by b?
B.
Look at us go! Ma'am? For where?
Like,
As the exponent?
Oh,
the A and the B.
Because we have 2 a's, we take out 1. How many's left?
Oh, okay, I got it.
That's a good question. Alright, now let's go to our next term. What's 2 divided by 2? Alright, do we have to write the 1? We have 2 a's and we take out 1. How many's left? We have 1 b and we take out 1. How many's left?
you
Woo!
take off 1 to be right the 1?
No, but I would really rather you not.
It just makes it easier.
No.
For me,
Okay. Alright, what's negative 10 divided by 2?
5.
Negative 5. And you have 1 a, you take out 1. How many do you have?
0.
2 b's, you take out 1. How many do you have?
1.
Look at us go!
Yeah. I remember this one.
Okay. Now, I would love for you to try one without me. Well, how about I'm going to do one more. It's going to be a little different, and then you're going to get your probably 6 homework problems, and you can go ahead and work on those. I know, guys. It's just so much work. Whiny, whiny babies. Stop! Y'all are doing it now just to annoy me.
alright, go on.
Alright, so I want us to do... What are you Curtis, what are you talking about?
Oh, I'm gonna grow up to be a news anchor.
Josh told me to jump off.
I'm gonna be a news anchor.
I should have been on audio above the works.
Make sure there's no water or anything in your Just make sure it's just like a drop.
Alright. D has how many factors? 4 factors. So we're going to do this by using grouping. Is everybody with me?
Is the one by the 27 a cube?
Yes.
It's
I see two.
Yes. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. Does everybody have the problem written down? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the first 2 in parentheses together and the last 2 in parentheses together. For the love, could you please stop talking? Thanks so much. All right, now, let's look at our first pair. What's the biggest number that goes into 45 and 27? 9. All right, and what variable do they have in common? A Q? That's a Q, guys. Q goes backwards, G goes forwards. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. All right, and then, so what's going to be left over in our first parentheses? What's 45 divided by 9? And we have P minus, what's 27 divided by 9? And we take out a Q, so that's gone. Is everybody with me? Are we sure? Now, on this guy, what's the biggest number that goes into both 50 and 30? 10. All right, and we have a negative right there. So we're going to factor out a negative 10. So what does that mean we're going to have to change this sign to?
Wait, the inside?
This one, a negative. So that leaves us with 5p minus 3. Now, do you see something that these guys have in common?
Or like the inside.
The inside in common, right? So what you're going to do, if they have the inside in common, that's another common factor. So you're going to put what's on the outside together, 9q minus 10. And then they both have the inside, so you're going to write 5p minus 3. And you're done. Ta-da! Are you ready for your homework? Curtis.
I mean, you got out of bed this morning.
I was really tired because the storms woke me up.
I usually sleep better.
I think the weather like for you. I read the weather and it says it's hail.
Hail last week, didn't it?
Yeah,
And Helena.
it held at my house too. Alright, so GCF homework. And please write the date beside it. Today is the 3rd. It is my dog Thor's birthday.
Oh, yeah, someone said happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thanks. I'll let him know y'all said happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Thor.
Yeah, birthday.
I don't enjoy that.
Alright. I'm going to write down your homework while y'all are being crazies.
Talking about shooting dogs.
Stop. That is not something you ever talk about.
2 days ago, this lady threw her dog in the lake, and I was like,
And you just watched it and didn't do anything?
I laughed, but then I went and got,
What?
I went and got into the water and took the dog out, and then I walked on the beach.
Was he drowning?
No, it wasn't. It was just swimming around, and I was like, wow.
I threw my
It
dog.
was funny, but I still went in and then my mom put
That's how you coach to swim. You throw him in the water.
Even though it looks like
That's what I did to.
I threw my dog.
That's what I did to my dog. He shouldn't swim.
Come on. My dog jumps in the lake.
Guys, you do know that dogs are animals and they inherently know how to do things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but like, if they don't want to get in the water, don't push them to get in.
Right, you don't just throw them in the water.
Even if they know.
And then you don't laugh at it.
Nobody goes in the water.
Yes, my daddy did.
Like, when
When I
I
was
was
young.
Even though it's cool, I
If you're in my
it's just
Hey,
walk
just
around
look
and
like my dad
I
little.
remember I learned how to swim from like I was in the 3rd grade.
I know.
And like, so when I went to like people's birthday parties, I would
Y'all do know it's recording all these conversations that you're having, right? Just making sure you know that you're having pointless conversations and it's getting all of that. Stop it.
Every time they turn, they flow.
Make sure you write down the exponents properly. Now, on ones with 4 terms, what method are you going to use? The parentheses, the grouping.
Grouping for every single one of them, or what?
I'm sorry?
Can you use grouping for
No.
all of them?
No,
Only for certain ones?
only the ones with 4 terms.
Oh no, with Brandon.
All right, that's it.
Yeah, that's